6 Minutes Season 5. The Season of Unknowingness. The final chapter of the 6 Minute sequel.
There are kids in this world who are different. Special.
One of them found us.
And became family.
But her time ran out. And now, that girl is missing.
In this episode, I'll be breaking down the latest episode, 6 Minutes Season 5, Piece by Piece. Hey, Review Pop listeners, it's your Landon Mueller. We're here today talking about episode 10 of 6 Minutes Season 5, and I really enjoyed this episode. I thought there was a lot to it. It was pretty packed overall, and it's crazy, we're already on episode 10, right? And sometimes it feels like the season just started, so I think it's so perfect. But season 4 really laid the foundation for season 5, and so we're seeing a lot of exciting things, especially in this episode with Magnus. I'll definitely get into that, because of course it's super exciting to hear Magnus back in 6 minutes. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this one.
Clicking in.
I'll just take the lock myself.
I got it! I'm so glad I got here in time.
To do what?
To save you.
Save me? From your death trap of a house?
Oh gosh, I really like this, and I love that classic snarky Brinley. She's just so perfect in every scene, and also the sound design here is absolutely incredible, and also, I have to mention the opening scene. I don't have a clip for it, but, just hearing Jude talking to Brinley and, that bridge between the void and in 2025 is so interesting, and, it's so perfect, and we can kind of hear Jude and Brinley's mind in a sort of way, kind of infiltrating her thoughts and trying to help her, which is super exciting. I also love Cyrus trying to help Brinley, right? It feels like a full circle moment here. And, of course, Brinley later on in the episode kind of calls Cyrus like a wannabe hero in a sort of way. And, I kind of thought that comment was pretty interesting. But, overall, there's so much here, and it's so great.
Little late for that.
147 CD.
Over here. Welcome to the party.
You started a fire?
Not intentionally. Only a true psycho would do that.
You started a fire.
I have something to say about Magnus, which I didn't really expect, but, he seems a little nicer here, and so he seems a little bit more calm, and I think a little less fiery than kind of what we're used to hearing with Magnus, and he's always shown a lot of strong villain characteristics, but we don't know how his life has been, right? And, the differences in the way he's been raised at Whittier Corp, and so, maybe he is slightly nicer and has been through less and kind of understands his place more in the world. I think that's not necessarily a bad thing, and, I love just the growth of Magnus, and he's also just such a fun and entertaining villain, and he works so well in 6 minutes, so.
Frog? He's part of the family. Sai, why did you bring her up here?
I came to help. Now can we go?
I'm not leaving without him.
We have to get out now.
There! He's under the dresser. I can get him.
Jess kind of said I think Chris said this on Rewind, that it's a little bit of a deep cut, because some fans probably wouldn't hear Bruce and immediately think Bruce the Frog, right? I definitely did, though. I just have such a strong and great attachment to Bruce. I think he's so great, and is always been so funny. And I also love just Birdie's emotional relationship, with the frog in that sort of a way, and she really relies on him, and it's great to hear him in this new world, and kind of having Bruce still be a part of her life, even though so much is different.
Here I go!
Yeah, gotcha. You next, Brinley.
Okay, I'm gonna try to brace the frog against. Whoa!
I got you.
How did you?
What?
Never mind. Too much smoke. I must be hallucinating.
I love the dynamic here, and I love, how James is involved, trying to help them all. James is such a great character in season 5 because I think he has a bit of a chip on his shoulder, right? And, we'll get to this later, but he's gone through some things with Monica, and there's just so much there. I really enjoyed this scene. I love Brinley here. She does such a great job, and she says some funny stuff. Also, the music works really, really well here. I used this clip specifically because it sounds like Cyrus may have used one of his flying abilities to help her here. It's a subtle hint, but I picked up on it, right? Because I think Cyrus still has his powers. And that's really exciting, and it also raises questions because, he somehow has these powers in this new world, and so he must have gotten them somehow.
What's happening?
James, did you feel...
Come on.
Who is that?
I don't know, but I think he's pulling the heat out of the fire.
All of it.
I wasn't immediately expecting it because, as 6 Minutes fans, we're so used to having fire powers, and it's kind of just a really big part of him, right? We've never known Magnus to not have these powers, and, it even comes into play in season 3 when he saves Cyrus. Well, not necessarily voluntarily, but he does save Cyrus. So I really enjoyed this, and, I wonder what exactly these cold powers entail. Like, is he like Frozone, and can he just freeze a bunch of random stuff?
Okay, let's roll out.
How did he do that?
It's like he froze the fire.
Monica, we need to talk.
Magnus froze the fire.
We've always known them to have this special bond and relationship to where they can trust each other. It's been interesting not having that, right? Because James might be keeping stuff from Monica. We've kind of heard a little bit of that. And I'm excited to hear about their, relationship going forward, and will the Anders family ever be the same? There's so much there. I also love how their voices say this at the same time. It's so perfect.
I just was. Does that upset you?
No, because if you can reach people in the world from here, then we can fix this. We can make things right again.
This was a great cliffhanger, and, I just really enjoyed it, and Holiday shows a lot of emotion here. Thank you all so much for listening. If you enjoy the podcast, please leave a 5-star review. Until next time, this is Landon saying peace, love, and time travel.